we're gonna walk to the church, the old church up on the road. And then on our way down this trail, we saw Marlene's dad's cousin. And we've been wanting to know where her family's other olive trees are. And he's the guy who knows. So, taking a little detour, he's gonna show us. There are apparently 40 trees that Marlene's family owns that's not picked. The olives are not picked, but they're somewhat maintained by Marlene's dad's cousin. So we're here to see that today. This isn't the spot, but this is where they've come to collect some wood.
Okay, probat ćemo. Kažem ti, ne možeš pogriješiti. Okay. Jer tamo ste nam bili brat masline jedan.
Past where their olive trees are. If you keep going down the path will end, and then there'll be 2 olive trees with a really bad little path. There used to be like a little sign there, but it's probably not there anymore. And if you follow that bad path, you should see.
Okay, let's go.
Okay.
So Marlene's parents left for California about 2 weeks ago. And the whole time we were here with them, we're trying to get Marlene's dad to take us to the land, all the other pieces of land that he owns spread around the village, but we never got around to it. We'll keep asking him to ask his cousin to take us to see where his other olive trees are, because we want to know. Because if we never find out where these are, and he never finds out where it is, it'll just eventually be lost. Nobody will ever know. Because there's not that many people in our generation who's interested. So we're determined to figure out where it is. And we walked through all these little trails last year when we were here for most of the year. So we're fairly familiar with where everything is. But today, hopefully, we'll find out where these 40 olive trees are. How did this car even get here?
Magic.
Huh?
Hey, look. This right here. Hey, look, it looks cool.
Well, it's very muddy. It's splashing everywhere. Don't get it on yourself. That is our 2,500-year-old tree here on the island. One of the oldest trees in the world, probably. It is owned by Marlene's dad's cousin. And then there's I don't know if you can see the building right there. That's one of the oldest buildings in the village. Rumor is that people who used to live there were Marlene's ancestors, and they died of the plague. So that building has been abandoned since. Is that right?
Yeah, we're here during a plague. We're just kind of stop talking about it.
I'm guessing our plague is not as bad as their plague.
What plague?
It's crazy how old this tree is. I mean, this tree was already old during the time of Jesus. Isn't that crazy? Like if Jesus was here when he was alive, he'd be like, hey, check out this 400-year-old tree.
Window, that's the size of a bottle.
Near the Church of St. Barbara, which is this, is the Haračić Tower, St. Kula Haračić today witnesses the existence of a family that inherited an unusual legend about Seaman. A mouth-watering betrayal tells us how this rich royal family one day went for a scrubbing. The day marked an unusual catch. The creature they caught was neither a fish nor a man, so they called him a seaman. They put him in a cage without food and drinks, and then placed him next to a fireplace in which the fire was burning. The heat was a terrible torture for the seaman, but in the moment of the carelessness of the black men, the seaman managed to escape from the cage, running towards the sea that was his salvation, cursed the Haračić that became, and that because of the torture he faced, their name after 100 years, he would never be mentioned in the Zarzyście to extinct their knee. This is like translation gone wrong.
Your ancestors' building is from royalty, so you're royalty?
I am royalty that captured neither a fish nor a man and put it too close to the fire, and then it ran away, and then it cursed the land and the people.
Wow.
So,
Mama's royalty.
And indeed, the name of the last living family members was mentioned in 1813, after about 100 years. The wall of the tower remains as a legacy and a legend that is still being passed on to its younger generations.
Are you a younger generation?
You are, so Mama's passing it on to you right now.
Oh my God, we're cursed by a merman.
Can I have Daddy's
Or they didn't understand viruses and had
Oh.
to
This is the story of the plague that they died from.
yeah, instead of saying they died from a plague, they were died by a curse of a merman.
Wow.
It's the only explanation.
The only explanation.
Yeah, Toby ate magic mushrooms.
That's a great story.
Toby loves magic
What's the thing that Daddy, how?
Is this the tower? Like for in the story about the defensive position from the Ottomans?
I don't know. But Kula translates to tower.
Yeah. It's like a defensive tower, like a Martello tower.
I'm gonna walk in. I'm gonna walk in the gate coast. I'm gonna find the fishman's bones.
Signs of fire in there?
No.
No black stones?
Any signs of fire?
Oh, actually,
But you can see where there's a second story.
right here, Mama.
Oh yeah. This is definitely burned. What was it about the fire?
That's where they put the merman next to the fire.
Oh boy. It's right here.
Like right here. They took a moment.
Here's the inside.
Or maybe this is the woman's skin. It looks like moss. Daddy, look
So
at
this
that.
would have been a 3-story building. Do you guys see?
Yeah.
This is the floor,
And there's an attic.
and then the 3rd floor.
Daddy, look, I found the woman's skin.
Well, it's more likely that this bottom floor wasn't used, but for storage.
Like the Canova.
Yeah. And then the next 2 floors are like the
This looks like a door, maybe.
indoor space. Yeah. Or a big window, because you can see where the floor would be.
Daddy, look. I found a fishman's skin. He was green.
Green fish man.
Green fishman.
It's a pretty cool building.
Yeah.
Somebody should refurbish it.
I don't think they should. There might be some black plague still in here.